Although viewers have been expecting it for some time, saying goodbye to Cassie Plummer is still an emotional moment as she prepares to leave Weatherfield for a new job aboard a cruise ship next week. Her departure follows the arrival of Ross Wilkes, who has managed to turn Tyrone Dobbs against Cassie and convince him to take his side. Elsewhere, Lauren Bolton remains determined to protect Betsy Swain and steps up her campaign by making sure Dylan Wilson is forced to face the consequences of his actions. At the same time, Kit Green is doing everything he can to help Sarah Platt after she admitted responsibility for Theo Silverton's death. However, Bethany Platt has doubts about whether Kit's intentions are entirely genuine. If you're eager to see what's coming, the latest spoiler clips offer a first look at the dramatic scenes ahead. Cassie shares an emotional farewell with her grandchildren before leaving the street, but Hope Dobbs senses that there is another reason behind her sudden departure. After the children leave, Fizz Stape gives Cassie some cash, along with a treasured family photograph to remember them by. Taking advantage of the private moment, Cassie warns Fizz that Ross is a dangerous man who should never be trusted. Tyrone then walks in, angrily orders Cassie to leave, and declares that he no longer considers her his mother. Elsewhere, Lauren confronts Dylan in the precinct, making it clear that she wants him to stay well away from Betsy. Fans will remember that Betsy suffered a stroke after consensual strangulation during an intimate encounter with Dylan, and Lauren is determined to make sure he is held accountable. Dylan insists that he never intended to cause Betsy any harm, but the confrontation becomes more heated when he directs an insulting remark at Lauren, prompting her to slap him. As Dylan continues trying to defend himself and Lauren refuses to back down, she pushes him, causing him to stumble backwards and strike his head. When Dylan fails to react as she tries to wake him, Lauren panics and runs from the scene. Soon afterwards, Nina Lucas discovers Dylan lying injured, but it remains uncertain whether she has reached him in time. Meanwhile, Bethany and Kit continue working together to help Sarah, although Bethany questions Kit's plan to reveal Gary Windass's role in covering up Theo's death. She worries that Kit's real motive is simply to set Gary up out of jealousy, but Kit dismisses the accusation. He argues that if Gary had truly wanted to protect Sarah, he would have encouraged her to report everything to the police immediately. Kit believes Sarah's strongest defense is proving that Gary persuaded her not to go straight to the authorities, as this could significantly reduce the sentence she receives. When Kit reminds Bethany that the plan could help Harry have his mother back sooner, she finally agrees to let him examine Gary's phone. Coronation Street's Kit sets his sights on Gary in dramatic Theo investigation twist. Gary Windass could be facing serious trouble in next week's Coronation Street, as Kit Green intensifies his efforts to reduce Sarah Platt's potential prison sentence. Kit is convinced that Gary played a significant role in the events surrounding Theo Silverton's death and believes he also persuaded Sarah not to report the incident to the police. With no love lost between the two men, Kit has no hesitation in using every piece of evidence he can find to strengthen his case against Gary. The big question is whether his strategy will succeed. According to a Weatherfield insider, Kit has obtained data from Gary's phone covering the night Theo died, giving him fresh material to investigate. The source adds that Kit brings Bethany into his plan after explaining that Gary helped Sarah hide what had happened, preventing her from immediately telling the authorities. Determined to protect her mother, Bethany quickly agrees to support Kit's investigation. Using his experience as a detective, Kit carefully examines the phone records, searching for evidence that could support his theory of what happened. Before long, he uncovers information that may work in Sarah's favor. If he can demonstrate that she was not acting on her own, her legal team could argue that she was influenced into covering up the truth, potentially leading to a reduced sentence. Meanwhile, Gary becomes uneasy after Kit asks him to stop by the flat later, hinting that he has uncovered something important during the day. The insider reveals that Kit relishes the opportunity to keep Gary guessing, deliberately refusing to explain what he has found, and instead promising that everything will become clear when they meet. Until now, Gary has avoided becoming directly involved because Sarah has refused to mention his role in court, hoping to shield him from legal consequences for helping her. However, Kit's latest discovery could threaten to change everything. Coronation Street paves the way for Nina Lucas's departure after emotional confrontation. Coronation Street hinted at Nina Lucas's upcoming exit during tonight's episode after a misunderstanding involving newcomer Sienna led to a tense fallout. Asha Alahan delivered some uncomfortable truths, leaving Nina questioning the direction of her life. Earlier this summer, Nina and Asha decided to share the flat above the corner shop despite no longer being a couple. The former partners believed they could successfully live together as close friends. More recently, Asha has started a relationship with her work colleague Sienna, and everything appeared to be going smoothly. However, in the previous episode, Nina became suspicious of Sienna's behavior and began to wonder whether she was responsible for her missing money. During tonight's installment, Nina revealed that she believed Sienna had taken the cash because she was the only other person who had been in the flat. Asha, however, refused to accept that her new girlfriend could be guilty. Their discussion was interrupted when the paramedic arrived at the flat, and Nina struggled to hide her dislike. She immediately questioned Sienna about the missing money while Asha attempted to calm the growing tension between them. Nina insisted that she hadn't misplaced the cash, explaining that she knew exactly where she had left it and that it disappeared while Sienna was alone in the flat. Offended by the accusation, Sienna denied stealing anything and accused Nina of acting like a jealous former partner before storming out of the flat, leaving Asha furious. After searching the flat from top to bottom, Asha eventually found the envelope of money in the very drawer where Nina had originally left it. She then suggested Sienna had been right, telling Nina that she had become stuck in a routine and was too afraid to take risks or move forward with her life. Last month, it was confirmed that Nina's portrayer will be leaving Coronation Street to take part in the stage production of Silence of the Lambs. The actress also revealed that Nina will not be killed off, meaning the character could return to Weatherfield in the future. She explained that she never wanted Nina's story to end permanently because there is still plenty left to explore. She pointed to Nina's artistic talent, which was an important part of the character when she first arrived, as something she would love to see revisited. She also highlighted Nina's close bond with Roy as one of her favorite aspects of the show and expressed hope that the character's exit will not be the final chapter in her Coronation Street journey. Coronation Street airs on ITV1 every weeknight at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to stream on ITVX,